Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a kind and loving mother. Her name was Maya, and she had 5 sons. From the time they were young, she had raised them with love, care, and teachings of kindness. Maya had always been the pillar of her family and the heart of the village. But as the years went by, Maya grew older and fell ill. As her health declined, Maya knew her time was running out. She called her 5 sons to her side, each one of them grown men with lives of their own. She looked at them with love in her eyes, but with a certain sadness in her heart. "Your mother is ill," she said softly, "and I need to tell you something important." Her eldest son, Arjun, was a successful merchant. "I have been busy with my business, but I will come back as soon as I can, mother," he promised. The second son, Ravi, was a teacher. "I have classes to teach, but I will take time off to care for you," he said. The third son, Sanjay, was a farmer. "I can't leave my fields unattended, but I will visit you every day after work," he assured. The fourth son, Prem, was a soldier. "I am far from home, but I will come as soon as my duties allow," he replied, though with hesitation. The youngest son, Neel, was an artist who lived far away in a city. "I am too far away, but I will send money to help with your care," he said with a heavy heart. Maya listened to each of them and smiled, though her heart was heavy. She understood their lives, their responsibilities, and their duties. However, she knew deep down that none of their promises would be enough to ease the loneliness of her final days. She yearned for the warmth of their presence, not just their promises and gifts. Several weeks passed, and Maya's condition worsened. Arjun, Ravi, Sanjay, and Prem visited her as they had promised, but they were always too busy, too distracted by their work, and too caught up in their own lives. Each of them thought the others would do enough, and so they felt less compelled to stay by her side. Only Neel, the youngest, remembered the lessons his mother had taught him. He dropped everything in the city and rushed home, even though he had no wealth or fame like his brothers. He didn't have a grand promise to make, but his heart was full of love for his mother. He cared for her in her final days, listening to her, talking with her, and staying with her every moment. On her deathbed, Maya gathered her sons around her for one last time. "My dear children," she whispered, "I've seen how each of you cares in your own way. But remember this, it is not the promises you make, but the actions you take that truly matter. The wealth, the work, the titles, they cannot replace love. Neel, my youngest son, has shown me what it means to truly care." The 5 sons looked at each other, and for the first time, they truly understood. They had each been busy with their own lives, thinking they had done enough. But in reality, it was the simple act of being present, of offering love and care in small ways, that mattered most. Maya's passing was peaceful, but her lesson lived on in her sons' hearts. From that day forward, they learned to value the time they spent with their loved ones over the things they thought were so important. They made it a point to visit their families, not only when necessary, but because they understood that true love isn't about grand gestures, it's about being there when it matters most. Moral: the greatest gift you can give to those you love is your time and presence. True care is shown through action, not just words or promises.